Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, let us practice sample papers and practice papers. Okay? So first of all we are going to practice the literature part. As most of the students they are making mistakes while answering the questions, they are making the grammatical mistakes, so that is why focus here, pay attention here, how we answer to a question grammatically correct. Most of you know the answer correctly, but while writing they are making grammatical mistakes. So please don't do that and pay attention on how to write an accurate answer, a correct answer. Okay dear students, so let us begin. So question number 1. Question number 1. How does weeping and grieving affect us? How does weeping and grieving affect us? Okay, so I hope you must have guessed that this question has been taken from this chapter. Yes, the ceremony at Banaras. This question has been taken from that chapter. Whenever you come across a question, first remember the whole story from which chapter the question has been taken and what is the story of the chapter. What what is the whole chapter about. You must recall it. Okay, then think about the answer to the question and write grammatically correctly. Okay, so it should be grammatically correct. So let us begin answering to this question. How to answer? How does weeping and grieving help us? So weeping and grieving, so they can be considered as a single unit because here does has been used. Weeping, we should start this way, it would be more effective. According to Buddha, weeping and grieving don't help us. According to Buddha, weeping and grieving don't help us. They increase our sorrow. They increase our sorrow. A person becomes ill due to lamentation. Sorry. due to lamentation. So we should not lament. We should not lament on the death of our kins. According to Buddha, this is given in the chapter. Okay. So according to Buddha, weeping and grieving don't help us. They increase our sorrow. A person, after sorrow full stop, it should be capital here. Okay. A person becomes ill due to lamentation. It should be E. Okay. Lamentation. So we should not lament. It should be not, beta. I'm adding here. We should not lament on the death of our kins, according to Buddha. Or we can also here, instead of kins, we can also write relatives and friends. Relatives and friends. Okay. So we are practicing short answer type questions. So dear students, you all are supposed to answer the same. Your language, your words should be different. Okay. As if I read out the answer given in this book, you will find the same answer, but different words have been used here. Weeping and grieving do not help us. They disturb our peace of mind. We become more troubled and full of pain. We cannot save the dead by lamentation. Okay, so this is the answer given in book, and you can see the same thing is written here using different language. Okay, different words. According to Buddha, weeping and grieving don't help us. They increase our sorrow. A person becomes ill due to lamentation. So, we should not lament on the death of our relatives and friends. As you can also here add one more line, as lamentation cannot bring them back. One line if you will add here, it would be more informative. As lamentation, you can take the screenshot, just I am dictating because no space there. As lamentation cannot bring them back. We can add here one more line, as lamentation cannot bring them back. So that is why unnecessarily we should not lament. Okay dear students, you can take the screenshot or you can pause the video and write down. Let me write the next question. So while answering, dear student, your grammatical structure, the grammatical structure of the sentence should be correct. First of all, after going through the questions, think, recall from which chapter the questions, that particular question has been asked. Then remember the whole story, the whole, what the chapter is about. Remember the whole story of the chapter. Then think of your answer. What can be the proper answer to that question? Using your own words, you will have to write. So that is why it is very important to go through the text again and again. Go through the chapters again and again in order to answer correctly in literature. Okay. Now, next question. Where were the monthly accounts of the baker recorded? Where were the, question number 2, where were the monthly, where were the monthly accounts of the baker, accounts of the baker recorded? Where were the monthly accounts of the baker recorded? And also we have seen this question in the form of picture in your sample paper. Okay. So let us answer. What is the question? Where were the monthly accounts of the baker recorded? And we are supposed to write answer in 30 to 40 words. At least 30 words should be there. Bakers were not educated well. Bakers were not educated well, and those days stationary items could not be bought easily. Okay, they could not be accessed easily. So bakers were not educated well, and those days stationary items could not be bought easily. That is why they used to record their accounts on walls. Okay. So bakers were not educated well, and those days stationary items could not be bought easily. So that is why they used to record their, it is monthly account, na? Then their monthly account on walls. Okay, dear students. Now the answer which is given here, one thing we are missing here. Walls in pencils. Walls in pencils. Okay. Okay. So now the answer which is given in this book, I am going to read it out for you. In those days, there was a shortage of stationery for writing. So the accounts were recorded on a wall. It was written with, it should be in, it was written in a pencil. Okay. So dear students, while answering two questions, you must keep remember the grammatical structure of the question. As you can see, this question has been asked in past. So your answer should be in past. So from which chapter this question has been asked? Yes, from chapter 7, The Glimpses of India, and a baker from Goa. that chapter having 3 parts. So it is from a baker from Goa. Okay, in this story we read about a baker from Goa, in which we found that a baker, they were not well educated, and also those days access to stationery items for writing were not easy. So that is why they were recording their monthly accounts on the walls in pencils. Okay, take the screenshot. Next, who is Lomo and why does he visit Chubuko? Sorry. Question number 3. Who is Lomo? Who is Lomo and why does he visit Chubuko? And why does he visit Chubuko? So who is Lomo and why does he visit Chubuko? So Lomo is a landowner, as we have this question has been taken from chapter 11, the proposal, in which we have seen that Lomo is a landowner in Russia, and why he visits his house to propose Natalia, to ask Natalia's hand in marriage. Okay, so this question has been taken from chapter 11, the proposal. In this story, Lomo, in this play, Lomo, the question is in present, so we are going to answer to this question in present. Okay, let us answer to this question in present. Lomo is a landowner of landowner of Russia. Lomo is a landowner of what is going on? Landowner. Okay, so Lomo is a landowner of, it was correct beta, what I am doing, land owner, sorry, it was correct. So Lomo is a landowner of Russia. So why does he visit Chubuko? Actually we have to write answer in 30 to 40 words, so we can finish the answer in one line. So that is why let us give some extra information so that the word limit will be completed. Okay, so he is a man of 35 years. He is a man of 35 years. Is a man of 35 years. He visits. Why visit? Because question is in simple present tense. So why answer also should be given in simple present tense. So he visits Chubuko He visits Chubko to ask his daughter Natalia's hand in marriage. Okay. Lomo is a landowner of Russia. He is a man of 35 years. He visits Chubko to ask his daughter Natalia's hand in marriage. Okay. Natalia is a girl of 25. Natalia is a girl of 25. Okay. So thus, dear students, while answering, we must keep in mind in which tense the question is asked. In same tense we are supposed to answer, and then recall the story. Your answer should be appropriate. You can write your answer in one line, but the word limit is 30 to 40, so at least you should write 30 words. Okay. So take the screenshot. It is not like that you will have to count. So at least, having a little more information apart from your answer. Don't just finish your answer in one line. What I mean to say, it is not like that you are going to count the words. Your answer is correct. It is having the complete information according to question, according to what is asked in the question. If your answer is having that information, then it's okay, no issues. Okay, you need not count the words. Now let me rub it. Next, why is let me read out the answer to this question which is given here. The question which we have just gone through. Who is Lomo and why does he visit Chubko? So Lomo is a landowner in Russia. He is about 35 years old, which is a critical age for marriage. In order to put his proposal for Natalia, he visits Chubko in the best evening dress. Okay. The main answer is he visits to propose Natalia, to ask Natalia's hand in marriage. Extra information you can give according to your own thinking. What extra information you are going to include, but it must be related to your answer. Don't write unnecessary things in your answer. Okay. Now next question I am going to write here. Here I am answering both the I am discussing both the answers so that you can get creative ideas. If your own thought and if mix your own thought and go through the solved questions, then they will give you, go through the text first, write answer in your own words, go through the text once again or solved question once again. So they will give you some more information which you can include in your answer. Then it will be a creative answer. The same I apply in my class every year. Always, that is why I am discussing here the solved questions. Solved questions play a very important role. With the help of solved questions, you can recall, you can revise the chapter once again. First benefit it, and second benefit is this, you will get some more lines which you can include in your answer. Okay, and your answer will be creative and you will be able to score better. Okay. Why is Bholi's father worried about her? Why is Bholi's father worried about her? Question number 4. Why is Bholi's father worried about her? Why is Bholi's father worried about her? Let us answer. So, from which chapter it has been taken? From Bholi. Let's start answering. The question is in present. So, we are supposed to answer is in present. Okay. So, we are supposed to answer in present. So, we are going to answer in present. Bholi's father is worried about her because she looks ugly. Bholi's father is worried about her because she looks ugly. She used to, or she stammers. She stammers and cannot speak properly. Bholi's father is worried about her because she looks ugly, she stammers and cannot speak properly. Bholi's father thinks that no one would marry her. No one would marry her. So Bholi's father is worried about her because she looks ugly, she stammers and cannot speak properly. Bholi's father thinks that no one would marry her. Okay, and she would and she would remain unmarried. She would remain unmarried the whole life. Okay, his whole life. So that is why he was worrying about Bholi. So if you are giving the reason first, then at the end you will be writing that is why. If you are started your answer with because, so you need not write that is why in the end of the chapter. Okay, so these things you must keep remember while answering the question. Why is Bholi's father worried about her? Bholi's father is worried about her because she looks ugly, she stammers and cannot speak properly. Bholi's father thinks that no one would marry her and she would remain unmarried whole life. Okay, so these were the reasons he was worried about Bholi. So let me read out the answer given in this sample paper. Bholi's father is worried about her because she has ugly looks and lack of brain. He feels that she is very simple and people will never understand her simplicity. So here, after going through this, you can add some phrases or some lines here to make your answers more creative. Okay, so that is why it's my suggestion to go through solved question answer. They will give you idea how to write a creative answers. Okay, so it's all about today's class, dear students. See you tomorrow with the same practice will be continuing in the coming videos, so that you will be able to write your answers 100% correctly. So thank you students for watching the video. See you tomorrow.